fights. RAMSEY Dewey versus myself. This is part two. I did part one like 5 years ago when I first started my channel. And basically, in part one, I expose the bullshit that he says. And I only keep it at that, at exposing his bullshit. But, everybody grows over the years, even myself over the last 5, 6 years. Things about me have changed. So this video is not only going to be doubling down on the things I said that he was wrong about, but I'm also gonna tell that he's right about one thing he talked about that I kind of maybe made fun of in the last video. Maybe I've made fun of him. I may have been like, that's stupid, this, that, but he actually had a really good point with that video that I may have overlooked, and that now over the years I can admit that that he's right about part of that video that he titled "How to Win Bar Fights." Now, the first thing I said that was stupid about his advice on winning bar fights was that he said that the best way to win bar fights is to not go to bars at all. So that's like saying that the best way to be a fighting champion is to not fight at all. This way you don't lose, right? But he's saying basically to stay away from the demon alcohol. Stay away from the demon alcohol, my friends. If I remember correctly, is among the lines of the things he said. So he said, don't go to bars. It's full of people that can fight and handle themselves. It's dangerous. There's no point. It's like dancing with the devil, and stay away from the demon alcohol because nothing good can come from it, and blah, blah, blah. But keep in mind, RAMSEY Dewey is a freaking Mormon. So there's probably another reason why he's saying these things, right? So that said, he was saying that you win bar fights by not going at all. Now, what I said is that nobody ever really wins a bar fight. Why? I mean, think about it, right? Even if you win a fight, I mean, unless you're really good with the bouncers and things like that. But I'm telling you guys from experience, many times it doesn't matter who started the fight. Sometimes two guys will fight. One side will say one started, the other guy will say the other one started it. And when the bouncers show up many times to break it off, let's say this guy started it, right? Guy A started it, right? Starts beating up guy B. B starts fighting back, they're both fighting. Bouncers show up, they both start resisting the bouncers. Now they're both getting their asses kicked, and they both look like uncooked hamburgers by the time that they're thrown out of the club. Who won that fight? Nobody, right? Nobody wins a fight in a bar. That's the reality of it. And the bouncers always come up on top sooner or later. Like, even if you beat up one, we're like weeds. We just keep going back. Just more will keep coming and coming and coming. And then if you do magically beat up all the bouncers and you got the cops after your arrest, at the end of the day, you're still going to lose. So nobody really wins a bar fight. The best way to handle bar fight tension, and keep in mind, force bouncers is not that hard to spot bar fights. All you got to do is look for the girls and who's getting them. And then look for the losers that ain't getting shit. These two people are going to end up fighting. Sometimes there's other simpler things like bumping into each other and things like that, but it's mostly based on girls when people fight. So if you already see that there's tension, like for example, you have a girl and there's tension with guys that don't have a girl, what you do is you give the bouncer a good tip. I said this in my last video. Tip the bouncers. Forget about the waiters. Tip the bouncers. At a club, you might get your ass whooped. Tipping the bouncers at clubs is more important than tipping the waiters. It's not a freaking restaurant. Keep that in mind for you guys that go out at night. Always be good with the guys at the door. This way, if some shit happens inside, you get the benefit of the doubt. And if you're the one giving the money and the other guy isn't, I guess who's getting the bigger ass whooping regardless of who is in the right. This is the reality of the nightlife. It's also about money. People go to work at night to make money. We don't go to work at night to not make nothing, right? So these are the things that I still double down about that he's wrong about, right? Like you shouldn't be trying to win bar fights. Just tell the bouncer, we'll handle it. We'll be more than happy that you told us instead of letting it escalate. Like, we'd rather know ahead of time. It's better for us. It's better for everybody.
Ilya Topuria, legit killer, or could he be exposed? I don't even know who Ilya Topuria is.
I don't even know who that is. Can you look it up? Look up who Ilya Topuria is. I'll get back to you on that in a second, all right? Let me look up who this person is because I don't know who it is. I'll take a look in a minute. But the thing that RAMSEY Dewey was right about, though, is this. People, stay away from the demon alcohol, my friends. All right, so this is the guy you're mentioning, right? Ilia Topuria. Well, I've never heard of him before, but I'm already seeing that he's a UFC fighter. So he obviously knows how to fight. And let me see Wikipedia. Okay, Ilia Topuria, born January 21st, Georgian and Spanish professional. He currently competes in the lightweight division of the UFC, where he is a current UFC lightweight champion, professional since 2015, former featherweight. Okay. Let me see his fights. Oh, El Matador, nickname, the killer. Okay. Matador, Matador. You guys know that song? Okay, total wins 17. By knockout 7, by submission 8, by decision 2. Losses 0. Okay, so he's undefeated. Whoa, I'm already impressed, to be honest. I haven't even seen him fight, but just by looking at what's on Wikipedia, I would have to really see a video of him fighting. But I mean, it already speaks for itself. The guy can fight. He's undefeated. If you're undefeated, that's for a reason, guys. Okay. To have a real opinion on his kicks and his fighting style, I don't even know how he fights. I just know he's got some knockouts, some submissions, and no losses. So it means he can submit. It means he can strike. So, and I think I also saw he's done some movies. So good for him. Kudos. You know, I don't know who he is until now. Yeah. I mean, evidence speaks for itself. I cannot say that guy needs to be exposed. I mean, unless you know there's something that I should expose, but I don't know anything about him, so you would have to inform me. So what RAMSEY DEWEY was right about, what he was wrong about was saying that the best way to avoid fights or to win fights, the best way to win bar fights is to not go to bars at all. That's bullshit, right? You don't win bar fights, just go to the bouncer. If you actually end up getting into a fight, well, then just learn how to fight, guys. It's not brain science. And there's not like a specific way or formula to win bar fights. A bar fight is just like any other street fight. You know, learn how to strike, learn how to punch and kick, you know, learn how to fight, learn a little bit of how to toss someone to the ground, and then you're good for the most part, you know. And situational awareness, be aware of when there's like danger around you and all this stuff. I mean, this is the main thing with fighting. Also in bars, you know, you start seeing someone is acting stupid, tell the bouncer, let them deal with them. You know, that's the best advice you can have. But I made fun of RAMSEY DEWEY saying, you know, people are not going to stay away from bars, and to say stay away from the demon alcohol is easier said than done. People are going to drink anyway. But in my opinion, now as a bouncer for this many years, my opinion is that alcohol should be illegal. Alcohol destroys people. I had a problem myself today that I'm not going to get into. That's alcohol related, not myself, somebody I love. That's deeply addicted to alcohol. So it's a thing that really destroys you. It destroys you. It destroys your relationships. It destroys your body, your goals, your mind, your brain, everything. It just destroys you. So I think after working as a bouncer for so many years that alcohol should be illegal. People die all the time from alcohol, and I don't just mean from like overdosing on alcohol or drunk driving, for example. People that run other people over or kill themselves drunk driving. You could die at the club. People die at the clubs all the time. Slipped, fell, hit his head, died. Got hit in the head, fell, hit his head, died. Like it happens all the time. Girls get raped all the time, date rapes, because they're unconscious from so much booze. I mean, I've seen the ugliest shit at night that you guys can think of, you know. I've seen taxi cabs just pick up random drunk girls that are on the street and just throw them in the cab. It's like, where are you taking this girl at? You don't even know her. In Mexico, of course, that's the type of shit you see over there. But nothing good comes from it, guys. I don't really drink anymore at all. I mean, when I made this video on RAMSEY DEWEY, it was 5 years ago, and I was drinking like once a week, twice a week. Like I was, how do you call it? Drinking at least once or twice a week back in those days. Still training a lot and everything else, but you guys will even see some of my videos, my first ones, my first year or two. Sometimes I'd be drinking a beer during my video. I even made a video called "Why All Bouncers Drink and Smoke and Have a Belly but Can Still Kick Your Ass." You know, I even made some kind of pro drinking videos, I guess you would call it. But over the years, I've realized that, you know, RAMSEY DEWEY is right with the stay away from the fucking alcohol. You can still go to the bar and have fun and go clubbing without drinking alcohol. You can drink something else. You can even do other things. Use your imagination, what that is. Smoke a cigarette, I don't know, whatever. But you don't necessarily have to get tossed and drunk to have fun. This is just bullshit. You know, it's not necessary. I will make a future video on how I like to go out. But because when I go out, I go to environments where I feel totally safe and I know I'm safe. But it's a long video to get into where I go out to. But the places that I go out to, I'm in like minimal danger. It's like impossible to be in danger. Of course, no, nobody's that good. Anybody who tells you that they've never lost a fight, they're full of shit. Look, when I first started doing martial arts, I lost all the time. I lost my first karate tournament. I got third place, but really I just lost against two people. All my judo competitions, I lost all of them. In my dojo, I used to beat everybody, like my sparring partners. But every time I went out to compete, I got my ass kicked. So I think at least 4 or 5 times in 1 year, I lost each fight. When I did Dutch kickboxing as well, I was the youngest one in the class. I was 9. Everyone else was 12, 13 or older, so I was always getting my ass kicked in those days too. And then Taekwondo, from my 13th to my 16th, I was getting my ass kicked regularly by many people until I was able to beat everybody in the dojo. At 16, I was able to beat everybody in the JK Taekwondo in Burbank, California. You guys can fact check it. Call Master Lim, Grandmaster Lim, JK Taekwondo, LA, California. And you can ask him who was beating everybody's ass back in those days. It was me. Nobody could take me in the entire school. Only one guy, he was like a big, tall, heavyweight Juan, but I don't even count him. He was hardly ever there. He was the only one that arguably could have put up a fight against me back in those days. But and then here in Holland, no, I haven't lost a fight. I haven't lost a fight in over 20 years, man. So I've lost, but a long time ago, you know. But you gotta lose a lot to get good. Like anyone who tells you, oh, that thinks I'm talented for fighting, or like Wacky Samurai once he told me, I think I have talent for boxing. Like based on what, fool? No one has talent for fighting until you fight. Until you actually start fighting and sparring and getting your ass kicked by people that are better than you, then you kind of see how good you are. But even people that I've seen that are very talented, that for example, they have natural speed, natural fast kicks. They spar someone that has experience fighting, they're still gonna fucking lose, even if the other person is slower. Experience counts a lot, you know? So yeah, I've lost a lot of fights, man, but it hasn't been a long time. I think the last time I almost lost a fight, I was 22, 23. I got grabbed by the hair, but I didn't really lose because it was kind of like a tie. I'll get into that fight on another occasion, but actually lost, no, it's been over 20 years, guys, at least.
What do you think the intensified combat sport as a whole? Like how you said, modern taekwondo is almost harmless in one of your videos.
Yeah, I think it's all about the old school taekwondo if you're gonna do taekwondo. And as far as striking, it's all about the Dutch kickboxing. I'm a firm believer in. I'm a firm believer, yo. I'm a firm believer in good sparring, hard sparring. Tomorrow I'm gonna be loading up some sparring videos. Maybe even starting tonight if I have time. But I sparred 5 people, and I'm gonna load up all 5 sparring matches. Thanks, man. Thanks, man.
Appreciate it.
Oh, because Thunder Dragon Wilson did suck. I mean, if you're comparing him to, look, if you're comparing him to other American kickboxers, okay, arguably he was one of the better ones, right? No doubt. But I'm not comparing him to that. People argue that he's one of the best in the world. Now you're talking a different level. See, like Thunder Dragon Wilson is like, it's foot padding, not real kickboxing. Never fought K1, never fought eliminatory tournaments against the best of the best in the sport, which is K1, which is here. This is Don the Dragon, this is Van Damme. I said that in the other video. Van Damme, Don the Dragon, Dutch kickboxers from K1. It's just a reality. American kickboxing cannot even begin to compete with K1 guys. I say that because it's the truth, man. I mean, Don the Dragon would not last against someone like Ernesto Hoost under K1 rules. He would get messed up badly. That's why he never did it. Think to yourself, why did this guy never really test himself with the best of the best in his prime when he could have done it? Because he didn't have the balls. That's why. Because he knew he was going to lose. How do you prevent it? Well, by being very defensive. That's the only way to prevent it. It's just by focusing more on defense, much like Mayweather. Only keep in mind then your fights are going to be a little bit more boring. But if you can use your legs, you can always knock the people out with the legs, and not only run like Mayweather. You can dodge punches and then kick people. I do that. I'm always moving. The last guy I sparred last week was telling me to stand in place, to not move, because he kept hitting nothing but air, and I kept kicking him. So at some point he wanted me to stop moving back because he was getting tired and nothing but missing, So, but guys, I have a YouTube meeting now, so I cannot stay any longer. Like I literally have to leave now, but I'll be going live on a regular basis, guys. Danny Bill, last one. Who's Danny Bill? Oh, Danny Bill. Um, I gotta look this guy up too. Well, here it is, Danny Bill, Wikipedia. I'm gonna go straight to his fight record. Total fights: 126, 115 wins, 40 by knockout, 11 losses. Looks impressive. What did he fight? Super lightweight, but what? He fought Muay Thai. I gotta look at what kind of fighting he did and where. But from the record here, it looks like he's pretty damn good. 1993 World Muay Thai champion. I don't see any K1 wins though. Did he fight in K1? Manson Gibson is one of my favorites. That guy I don't gotta look up. I know who he is. Manson Gibson is one of my favorites. In my opinion, in my personal opinion, he's the best American kickboxer. That's the only guy that I like, guys, is Manson Gibson. Good one. That's really one of my favorite ones. I still have to rate his kicks, and he's gonna rate high. He's one of the best kickers, guys. But I really gotta go. Till the next video, guys. Catch you later.